Hey everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Sippin with Jeremy. Today we're going to be doing something a little different because we're going to be looking back at episodes I've made already. So through my year and a half of making Sipping with Jeremy's, I think my favorite segments have definitely been the what do I do with them, which is where I take a product from the store and I make cocktails with it. And I've definitely found some really cool cocktails through doing that I just make regularly now. And so I just want to take a look back at my favorite 4 cocktails I've made through our What Do We Do With It series. And let's go ahead and get started. Half ounce of lemon juice. Half ounce curacao. 2 ounces of gin. And then we'll add that egg white. Again, we're going to go for a dry shake first. And we'll go ahead and throw some ice in here. Alright, so White Lady, let's check it out. So Uncle Val's Botanical Gin has a lot of soft botanical flavors. I think that works perfectly with the orange curacao because it is a drier orange curacao. You just get this super vibrant citrus effect with the softer kind of sweet herbs from the gin, and then the egg white just adds a really nice frothiness to the drink, and that lemon juice just really helps kind of pull everything together at the end. So this is a really fun drink. I haven't had many of these. Egg white really gives a nice frothy characteristic that just brings additional depth to the cocktail and just makes it super refreshing. This is definitely a really nice summertime drink. I think start off with the lime juice. Gonna go about 3/4 of an ounce here. Then we're going to go with the 1.5 ounces of Demon Seed. And then we're just going to top off the rest with the ginger ale. Let's give that a little stir real quick. Gotta make sure everything plays together well. And top it off with some fresh lime. Alright, so we have a Demon Seed Mule here, the Demon's Mule, if you'd like. Ooh, man, that makes that very different. So, you might be afraid that the ginger in the ginger ale and the ginger might combine too much to make it too ginger powerful. But really what it does, it just surprisingly cuts down the spice of the scorpion pepper. You get much more of the earthy, roasty kind of flavors of the pepper up front. So you get this vibrant, green herbal note with this nice kind of earthy tone to it. Then you get this really vibrant ginger there too. The lime works really well with that ginger too to kind of pop it up a little bit more. You definitely lose the maple syrup. I would say the maple syrup kind of goes away. But you do notice a little bit of sweetness. So there's still there, but it just doesn't have the flavor profile like it does in the old-fashioned or like it does on its own. But yeah, this is a way more refreshing version of a whiskey drink. And it has spicy margarita vibes to it. Just super easy drink. And that's a fun summer cocktail, really. I mean, especially if you like spice. If you have someone who likes spicy margaritas, they say they never like whiskey, never try, give them this and see what they think. Because this one's, I think, ooh. Let's go ahead and get this built. Really Alright, so we're going to start off with our lime juice here. 3/4 of an ounce. Get a 3/4 of an ounce of amaretto as well. We got a 1/2 ounce of egg white. And then we have our 1 ounce and 3/4 of liqueur 43. Right about there. And I'm going to give this a dry shake before we throw a little ice in there and give it another shake. So we'll go dry first. Get some ice in here. Right, now with the ice in, going to give another quick shake. And there we go. We have our Barista Sour. Let's go ahead and give it a try. That's really tasty. So I was kind of afraid that amaretto and this liqueur 43 would be like sweet on top of sweet, because amaretto itself is just, you know, sweet, toasty, vanilla kind of flavor profile. But the already vanilla bean aspects of the liqueur 43 I was wearing, this is going to be a little too sweet. But I think it's just the combination of the lime juice, maybe even the egg whites that just break that down a little bit. So you do get some really nice toasty nuttiness to this. There is that still a little bit like pop of butterscotch from the liqueur 43. But yeah, like the orange zest from the liqueur 43 mellows out a little bit. You get a little bit more of a stone fruit note from the amaretto too. It just makes this really well balanced. Again, nice big mouthfeel from the liqueur and the amaretto. Both of those are kind of syrupy liqueurs. So it definitely affects the mouthfeel, but it makes it just like a nice coating effect. And just makes it a little bit more vibrant with that lime. That lime really pops and kind of lets everything lighten up. So yeah, you just get this really nice like creaminess, softer vanilla bean, a little bit of orange zest, a little bit of stone fruit. It just kind of plays off the palate really nicely. A lot of toasty nuttiness on the back end too. This is a fun cocktail. This is really cool. This is something I'll start off with 3/4 of an ounce of the creme de cacao. We're going to do a 1/2 ounce of the creme de menthe. And then we're going to do 1.5 ounces of vodka. Ice already in the shaker. Let's just go ahead and give this a stir. No need to shake since there is no citrus. Go ahead and hit that over the ice. And that is our schnapps in a P formation. Ooh. So yeah, I mean, what I was looking to do there was make a peppermint patty drink, and that's exactly what that tastes like. You know, you get the refreshing mint, you get this rich chocolate, you get vodka, again, neutral spirit that works really well in a lot of different cocktails, but it gives you some body, gives you a little bit more body. Since these two liqueurs aren't sweet, it is nice to have a little bit more. Potato vodka gives you a little bit more of a grip on the palate, and it works really well. So you get that sweetness, you get that cooling, refreshing note when you breathe out, just like you would with a peppermint patty, and there you go. Schnapps in a P formation. Thanks for joining us today, y'all. Hope you enjoyed looking back at some of the cocktails I've made, looking back at the transition from my hair, and also just the production of the videos as a whole. Appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like and share. Have a good one, and don't forget to drink well.